You can change your life one habit at a time. I have implemented daily habits as part of a morning routine for the last 5 years, and they have impacted my life in such a way that I am not the same person that I used to be. I'm going to share with you 3 daily habits that I use as part of my morning routine. And my hope is that you can take away one of these habits and empower yourself to become a happier, more in control of your life person than you were before. The first daily habit that I would like to share with you is morning meditation. I start each morning as soon as I wake up out of bed with meditation. How you meditate is a personal thing, and you can do it in many different forms. But the goal when you meditate is to really get in touch with your inner thoughts. We have a lot on our brains every single day, and daily routines can just overwhelm us. Going to work daily and things that are on our mind can overtake the way we think. Meditation allows us to sit still and to really hear our innermost thoughts. We have, and I believe this entirely, within us, the answers that we are looking for in life. We all possess them, but we have to sit still in order to hear them. But they are in us and they are just waiting to come out. So daily meditation, I find, is a powerful way to start my day. I also include gratitude within my daily meditation. Gratitude also helps me to just think more positively throughout the day, and I also start my day in the most positive way. We don't always wake up happy and energized, but gratitude can really get you there if you implement it within your morning meditation as part of a daily routine. The second daily habit that I would like to share with you that I do is reading from an inspirational book and accompanying that with journaling. So I take an inspirational book. I have some right behind me here that I've read, like Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, and some other titles. And I just read one for a series of a few months because I read just a few pages every single morning after I meditate. But I read until something resonates with me. And it is amazing how a thought that occurred to me during meditation resonates with something I'm reading on the page of a book. And after I'm done reading, I take out my journal. I always put the date at the top because I like to keep track of my thoughts. And in that journal, I just expand my thinking on the idea that I read about that resonated with me. This just allows me to go deeper into the idea, deeper into my thoughts, and it solidifies my thoughts on the page of my journal. The third habit that I use daily is purposeful positive thinking. Positive thinking is not something that we are automatically born with. We have fear and anxiety, and that is our natural response to many things, especially new situations. However, you can become a more trained positive thinker. You can train your brain to think more positively on a daily basis if you implement certain skills on a daily basis. What I do to become a more positive thinker is first become aware of my thoughts. Is that thought I just thought, is it a positive one? Is it a negative one? So now I do still think negative thoughts, but as soon as a negative thought comes into my head, I try to replace it right away with a positive one that might just flip that idea into a positive trajectory. So for example, if you're in rush hour traffic and you're thinking negative that, oh my gosh, I'm going to be late for work and all this traffic and that guy next to me and is bothering me and the guy behind me is right on my tail, or whatever you're thinking, you can switch that if you recognize it right away and just think, you know what? I have time to think on my way to work. I have time to relax and enjoy my ride to work. Enjoy all these people around me. Enjoy the journey to a job that I appreciate that I have. So see how that's an example of you can take something that could get people very stressed out and you can turn it into something positive. So that is definitely one strategy I use to become a more positive thinker. And then becoming aware, replacing it with a more positive thought. And then affirmations also help you. If you practice affirmations over time and you believe what you're saying, which takes some imagination sometimes, that will also help you to become a more positive thinker. So, in conclusion, I'm just going to review the 3 daily habits that I use as part of a morning routine that you could start trying one of these habits on a daily basis. So, the first one I shared with you was daily meditating in the morning. The second one was reading from an inspirational book and journaling with what I just read. That's my second strategy. And the third one is becoming a positive thinker. These 3 daily habits have empowered me to a point where I am unrecognizable in terms of my own thoughts. I'm a different person than I was when I started using these daily habits 5 years ago. They have empowered me to do different things in my life, to move forward in my life towards bigger goals and dreams that I have. And at the bottom line, they have just made me a happier person on a daily basis. So I challenge you, are you ready today to become a happier person, a more empowered version of you by just starting one daily habit at a time? I encourage you, start today. You control you.